So welcome back to the channel. Delighted to say that joining us now ahead of this live and exclusive commentary on talkSPORT this weekend, the Miami Dolphins taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Tight end Eric Saubert joins us from the 49ers locker room. Eric, talk to us a little bit about the kind of energy around the building this week. Obviously, looking to these last three games for trying to prove yourselves, trying to earn jobs, etc., without necessarily that kind of playoff future ahead of you.
Yeah, I think what's cool about being here is the type of people we have in the building. No matter the situation, you're going to get everything from everyone. So coming to work, it's like nothing's really changed. Everyone's about their business, going about their process, and looking to get a win against the Dolphins.
You come and join this team this season, and obviously it's a unit that George Kittle, one of the best in the league, but you've got Kyle Juszczyk there as well. You've got guys who just love to get out there and block and pass catch and stuff. How much have you enjoyed being in that unit, and what do you feel you've learned over this season?
Oh yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure working with those guys. Shout out to the other tight ends too, Braden, Jake Tondres, Mason Pline, all those guys. Like this whole room, it's been an absolute delight for me coming in and working and learning. It's been really cool. I've known George for a while, but finally getting to play with him and see how he goes about his process and prepare for each week. Um, it's been really a pleasure for me learning from him and picking up on things, and not only that, but developing a great friendship with him too. So it's been a great experience for me.
It does feel like he's everyone's best mate. Like when he talked about everyone loves George.
Most definitely, he's got the energy, and I wish I had more of that. But no, he's an awesome person to work with, an awesome player, just all around one of the best guys to be on your team.
Is there anything that surprised you about working with him, about his process, about the way he is day to day?
I knew that he is an extremely hard worker, but I would say the level he goes to ensure that his body is right each week, it's really impressive to me. Where a lot of guys, would value their rest, he's always working, and he's always he makes time to volunteer. He's just everything you would want in a player in your organization, I think.
Love that. Look, in terms of the locker room this week, it's probably the last day we'll talk about this, but it's the first chance we've had to address it with guys, and certainly Coach Shanahan talked about it today. What's the reaction been off the back of what happened with De'Vondre last week? We saw some very strong words from guys in the locker room immediately afterwards. Has it been addressed further this week? Has it been something you guys have talked about, or has it been onwards?
Yeah, we addressed it when we came in, and we just said, we're going to put it to bed. We don't need to talk about that. Like I said, when I got on, we know the type of people here in the locker room, right? And that's what we're going to roll with, guys that love ball and will play for each other to the end,
Yeah, it does feel like that as well. Like, it's been a tough year. There's been all of the injuries and all of the everything else going on the outside, but like every time we talk to guys there, the vibe does seem very strong. So I think that's what was most surprising for me as somebody who chats to you guys every week, that it's that's something like that could happen in that locker room, really.
Right. Yeah. No, I think we just put it to bed and move on. That's our mindset.
How difficult has it been this year, considering like you look at the running back depth chart this week, for example, if Isaac goes, that's great, but like having to sign guys off the street and guys like Israel Abakanda off the Jets practice squad and kind of the line rotating. How kind of tough is it when there have been so many injuries, so many changes this year, to get a rhythm going and to make sure that, you guys are making the offense look as good as possible, Brock look as good as possible?
Yeah, I mean, we can't really worry about that as players, right? We just have to roll with what we got, and it's a big opportunity for guys, which is cool to see. But like I said, we trust our process and we trust our coaches putting us in the right situation, and we go out there and we got the right guys to do it. Let the chips fall where they may, but we're gonna compete to the end every game. So whoever's out there on the 49ers, just better be ready to compete.
Love it, man. Look, Eric, really appreciate your time. Thank you for chatting with us, and best of luck for this weekend and the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, man.
Delighted to say, joining us now from the 49ers locker room ahead of this game against the Dolphins, live on talkSPORT this weekend, pass rusher Yetur Gross-Matos. Yetur, how are you doing, sir? How's the vibe in the locker room this week, considering, we're going into these last three games trying to find some energy, I guess?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I think the vibe in the locker room is, kind of like a wounded animal. Everybody's trying to fight, claw, scratch, do everything they can to, right the ship.
Obviously, difficult year for you personally with the injuries and missing so much time, but you've come back in and looked really good through those first couple of games. So, how pleased have you been? As much as the results haven't been there with your personal performance.
Um, Really haven't really put too much stock into it. I'm really just trying to win. It was a big reason why I came here. So doing everything I can and be a part of that.
I mean, named NFC Defensive Player of the Week, you've got to be reasonably pleased with in that game with the Bears 2 weeks ago. So, it's great to see that. It feels like we're looking so much to 2025 now to see you come in and make a splash and know that that's there for next year. I know a lot of the fans are excited for what you can be bringing for these 3 games and going forward.
Yeah, every game I get out there and get a chance to, put a 49ers jersey on, I'm going to go out there and try to do everything I can to represent for the best of my teammates, coaches, everybody who, believed in me. So, yeah, it's an honor to put the pads on.
Look, this will probably be the last day that we speak about it, and Coach addressed it in his locker room, in his press conference a moment ago. But this is our first time really speaking to anyone in the locker room since what happened with De'Vondre last week on Thursday night. So, how has the locker room reacted to this? What has been the kind of pickup from it coming back this week and into practice? And is it something you've been able to put behind you, or even made you stronger potentially?
Yeah, I don't want to speak for anybody else. I think, moving forward, it's just something everybody understands that you just can't do.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that, sir. Appreciate your view on it. Look, he's a room that, whilst you've had so many injuries this year, does have so much talent. Working with the guys like Leonard Floyd, like Nick Bosa, now that you have been able to come in and have those opportunities, what have you learnt working with those guys, those veterans, and how much have you enjoyed at least the work in practice and the work that you've been able to do with that D line this year?
I've enjoyed it a lot. It's great to be able to work with incredible talent and incredible guys. And I think everybody you just named are both, and they do things the right way, and it's easy to follow behind and just sit back and learn from those guys when they do things the way they do.
Interesting hearing Nick speaking out earlier this week in kind of defense of Nick Sorensen, who's been an up and down year for the defense overall. Have you seen, as a guy who's had some years in this league now, growth from him as a coach for you guys on the defense this year? And are you expecting, onwards and upwards next year, more from him?
Thank you. Most definitely, I feel like defense is somebody that Nick gets us to rally behind, and it's obvious the work that he puts in, creating the scheme and bringing it to life, and I think it's someone that everybody enjoys playing for.
And finally, just seeing the performances coming in this last week, as much as it wasn't the result you guys wanted, seeing Dre come back, seeing Talanoa Hufanga come back, and both of
Yeah.
them with so much time out play at what looked like close to full speed was kind of stunning, to be honest. How impressed were you with what they brought last week to the locker room, with what they brought to the field last week, and considering coming off those longer term injuries?
Yeah, you can definitely feel the energy. Those two guys that I haven't really gotten too much of a chance to watch on daily, but just their presence on the field, you could feel it. The juice that they brought, and obviously played incredible. So keep that rolling.
Love it. Look, yeah, so we hope you do have a last few good weeks of the season, end it strong and then be able to look to 2025 and finally, feel like you're getting what you wanted from a 49ers uniform, which is plenty of wins.
Absolutely. Thank you for your time.